So, last week, having been inspired by the, frankly, rather mediocre Get Him to the Greek, I did a top 5 list of pastiche songs from the movie, songs that were good enough that they could pretty much have actually been rubbish pop hits. And immediately you guys started responding to this, and one of the first responses that came up, and a number of you suggested it, made me slap my forehead, That Thing You Do, from That Thing You Do. And the minute I read it, of course, that should have been at least in at number 3. Interesting thing about That Thing You Do, which I really like, Tom Hanks' directorial work, is that That Thing You Do, the song that's in the film, was the result of a competition. They said, okay, we want people to submit songs to us that, you know, have the title, That Thing You Do. And the one they've got, the one you're referring to, which is written by Adam Schlesinger, is from Fountains of Wayne. However, if you listen to the soundtrack album, there is also another song on there called I Need You, brackets, That Thing You Do, which for my money is the better of the two That Thing You Do songs. So yes, I should have said That Thing You Do, but I meant the other one. Some other great suggestions, this from Penny Rose, a number of choices, including Dove of Peace from Bruno, featuring Bruno, Snoop Dogg, Sting, Chris Martin, a really genuinely terrible song. I think even Elton John was on. For this from Samco Films, It Might Just Be Me, but Lesbian Seagull from Beavis and Butthead Do America could be a contender. This, however, I'm very pleased about. This from Vincent Caine. My favourite song has to be Bedazzled from the 1967 film with the same name, performed by Peter Cook as Satan under the moniker of Drimble Wedge and the Vegetations. I didn't know this. Covered by Nick Cave. The song was way ahead of its time in its inapproachable attitude. I'm self-contained, you fill me with inertia. Currently copied by Lady Gaga. Another one which came up quite a lot was Rusty Kundiev's film Fear of a Black Hat, which I'm a real fan of. Actually, I like the next movie he made afterwards as well, Tales from the Hood. But this from Rye, I want to add Rusty Kundiev's Fear of a Black Hat. All the songs are funny takes on stuff by NWA, Public Enemy, etc. But the one that just killed me when I saw that in the theatre was their takeoff of PM Dawn's Set Adrift on Memory Bliss called I'm Just a Human Being. My greatest memory of Fear of a Black Hat is their outrageous waxing Kill Whitey, which, as they said, wasn't racist. It was about their manager, Whitey DeLuca, who they wanted to kill. Onto the small screen, this from Burr, wrote simply, smelly cat, what are they feeding you? To which I'd like to add, smelly cat, it's not your fault. This from Scottish Girl 101 has to be My Lovely Horse from Father Ted, and even the mention of that song almost reduces me to tears. And finally this, and this is an interesting one, this is from Stevie771. I can't believe that no one's mentioned Who Do You Think You're Kidding, Mr. Hitler, which is the theme tune for Dad's Army. Most people imagine that genuinely is an old song, an old wartime song. Of course, as Dad's Army fans will know, it isn't. It was written and recorded specially for the programme. And the reason it's featuring the voice of Bud Flanagan as opposed to Flanagan and Allen was at the point they recorded it, there was only Bud Flanagan still with us. A brilliant pastiche that everyone thinks is a genuine wartime song. And finally, Steel Neil 1 mentioned the Pearl Harbor song from Team America World Police, which I believe was I Miss You More Than Michael Bay Missed It with Pearl Harbor. From NY Hotep, Richard Curtis's Lloyd Webber spoof Elephant, the musical, based on The Elephant Man, in The Tall Guy, featuring I'm Packing My Trunk, and Somewhere in Heaven There's an Angel with Big Ears. And finally this from Armadillonen. The greatest fake songs in film have to be from Robert Altman's Nashville. The whole soundtrack of the film was loathed by the music industry in Nashville when it came out for being a Mickey take, but crazily enough, the film actually won the Best Original Song Oscar for Keith Carradine's I'm Easy. So the film was not a complete parody. Or was it?